Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Welcome to Grown Man Record Night. And boy, we appreciate you joining us here this evening. We really appreciate you joining us here on your Thanksgiving weekend. This would be your Black Friday. You only get one damn Black Friday a month. And we appreciate you spending it here with us. My head chopped off. Chopped off! I'm a Choctaw warrior! We'll get my head chopped off.
Can't do that.
I can't do Choctaw warrior?
I don't think so.
Is that against the rules? I don't know nobody. Hey, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Got to eat a whole bunch of food. Spend time with your family, friends, loved ones. Made some conjugal visits, whatnot. Whatever your deal is. I'm not in your business. Don't get in mine. That's all I'm asking. It's just that's a small piece. It's a small piece to off.
You admit you kind of like it when people are in your business, though.
Yeah. Big time business.
Your
I'm all.
GMRM business.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Get up in your business.
Yeah. So we got some cool Thanksgiving records to talk about here coming up, and we've got some incredible chip chat and so to speak things coming up after a quick break here in a little bit. And the chip chat is going to be one for the ages. I think Cameron would agree. We're going to help you do a little something with your Thanksgiving leftovers. We got a nice little segment coming up, and it's going to be so sweet. So sweet. But we wanted to remind everybody what you're watching right now, if you're watching us live, would be we do a live program every Friday night on Ustream. And so check us out there. We'll stream music for a really long time. And but there'll be this talk show type portion in the middle of it. But the broadcast could be, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 hours sometimes. And so, but you can always check up with us at ustream.tv. And I think it's ustream.tv/channel/Machete Miller or something like that. But just search for Grown Man Record Night and you can find us, man. We'll be streaming all kinds of cool stuff. Rock, jazz, fusion, hip-hop, whatever. Lounge, fusion. What is this right here? This is a little, oh, what's this called? I forgot what it's called. Good trumpet player. Chase, Bill Chase. That's right, we're jamming a little, oh no, this isn't Bill Chase. I'm sorry. New Directions. This is the one that's got Eddie Gomez, John Abercrombie, there's a Lester Brown. Yeah, I picked this up pretty recently. That's what we're jamming now underneath us here. Hopefully the YouTube won't pop us. Speaking of YouTube, that's what we call segue in the business. All of these segments from Grown Man Record Night Friday night program will end up on our YouTube channel. And that's at youtube.com/Machete Miller. And be sure to go there and like us and subscribe to the channel. We're going to do a YouTube VC Vinyl Community contest when we hit 100 subscribers. We have, from this past week, we are now up to 85. And that's really cool because we're kind of stalled out at like 79, 80 for a little bit. We started talking about doing the contest. We're up to 85. We're 15 away from doing the contest. We got a nice little sweet stack of vinyl up here we're going to give away.
When we get 1 million, we're giving away a jet ski.
A jet airplane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jet skis are a little less expensive.
Yeah.
I think we might be able to handle that.
Yeah. Kenny Powers likes that jet ski.
Those are nice for some people. They dig them.
Yeah. Water rocket. Hey, but remember, YouTube channel. It's real important. Like and subscribe. We're going to do a contest video here coming up to put all the details out. But I believe it's going to be Your House is on Fire, 3 records you grab before you run out the door. May add a little another part to the contest. I don't know. It depends on, I don't want a whole bunch of like 20-minute videos. No offense to anybody, but.
And we'll select the winning answer from all the ones who got it correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Only the correct ones get it. That's not true. We'll probably draw it random.
We'll draw at random from the ones that got it correct. The ones that didn't get it correct, we won't draw from.
We can put usernames in a ball cap. Pull it out of a ball cap.
Like if your favorite record ever doesn't even exist.
Never.
Then
only just always.
We can't give you anything.
Yeah. So anyhow, YouTube, write it down, take a picture, do something about it. Let's talk about what we played this evening so far. Pretty eclectic mix of records so far. Nice mix of jazz, rock, some funk, fusion. Led it off with one of my recent Boards of Canada scores. I'm not letting this, I try not, I know not everybody's into this, so I'll play it at select times. There wasn't many people watching then. This is Music Has the Rights to Children, 98, Warp, Scam. It's about as good as it gets, folks, in my opinion. That's my humble, biased, ridiculoso opinion. It doesn't get much better than Music Has the Rights to Children. So if you're not familiar with it, check it out. Look at a YouTube clip and then, go purchase some of the music. Okay, we followed that up with a little Herbie Hancock. This is a great Hancock record. It's got a lot of synth on it, 76 on CBS. This is Secrets. Ray Parker's playing guitar on here. That's good stuff, man. Kenneth Nash on percussion, Paul Jackson on bass. Very good synthy, fusion-y kind of jazz. Always enjoy playing it. Haven't played it here in a little bit. Always loved that record. Followed it up with a little 10 Years After with Shh. Shh. Picked this up not too long ago. And it's a great 10 Years After release. I haven't heard anything they've done that I've not liked, to be honest. Oh, look at this gatefold. I kind of split a little bit when I opened it. This is from '69. Look at that. Pretty cool, man. Psychedelic. It's like psych blues, I guess you would call it, if you want to get picky about it. Hey, how about a little... Let's get real picky about it. What's your... I don't...
Upside, downside?
I think so. Hey, listen to a little Eddie Lockjaw Davis. Man, love some Eddie Lockjaw Davis. Great, cool, classic jazz cover. This is on CJ, I believe. Yep. Recorded in '75. That's the real deal, man. If you ever see any Eddie Lockjaw Davis around, it's fantastic. Fantastic stuff. I would not pass it up for anything. How about a little Change of P? Little Change of P. Busted out a little Stray Cats after that. This is Built for Speed. It's got the hits on it, man. Rock This Town's on there. The Stray Cat Strut. Rumble in Brighton. Love it, man. Didn't think I liked this. This is 82 on EMI. Didn't think I liked stuff like that, and it turns out I do. We grew up in the 80s where the 80s ended up being like not so cool because we were like 90s later, you know what I mean? So 80s was kind of laughable, and then...
we were just young enough that the 80s were lame. Yeah,
but now going back and finding select little groups out of the 80s, it's like, oh no, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Joe Jackson.
Oh, that was good stuff.
Come on. Yeah, we were finding little groups like that. Men at Work, for me. I mean, Men at Work is fantastic. That was kind of a joke. I don't know. Hey, how about a little Jean-Luc Ponty?
Wait a minute. No, hold on. Back up.
Okay.
Men at Work was never kind of a joke.
No, but it was the band. I knew him as a kid as the group that had the video, and the guy had the eyeball that went the other way.
Yeah, he had the eyeball.
That
was never a joke.
Like the Radiohead gentleman. He's got an eyeball issue.
Yeah.
I think each of them's in business for itself.
Yeah, they can talk to you on the front porch and count chickens in the backyard at the same time.
Yeah, I believe so. Is that how the rumor goes?
I think it is.
Is that a folk tale?
No, but you can find it in Frommer's.
Limerick?
The travel guides.
Sounds more like a limerick to me. We should turn that into a limerick.
We'll look into it.
Okay, how about a little Jean-Luc Ponty, Civilized Evil? This is 80 on Atlantic. Ponty's known for playing with Mahavishnu Orchestra. Played with Frank Zappa. He's a violin player, and I wouldn't think I would like violin and some fusion jazz, but the music. He always plays with really big-time players, man. And every record I've ever picked up is pretty cool, and he does some interesting things with violin that I wouldn't necessarily think I would like. But, Alan Parsons Project, got the gold foil stamp. This is Eye in the Sky. Love this record. Played the first side with Sirius and the instrumental joint, the Chicago Bulls deal with the Eye in the Sky. Followed after it, man. Love this record. Another group I wasn't really hip to until not too long ago. You know what I mean? But I've learned that definitely qualifies for big time business, at least in my book. I said it.
How'd you get hip to them?
You got one
from a Goodwill.
From a Goodwill.
From a Goodwill.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, how about a little Funkadelic? U.S. Funk Mob. This is Hardcore Jollies. We played this not too long ago. This is classic funk right up your keister right here. And I think I like Funkadelic better than Parliament.
I do.
Yeah, they got seem to be a little more rock element to it. Fantastic players always. This is just, man, all over the place. And it's so awesome. Love to pull that out of the stack and play it. Sometimes I have to think, it's like, when's the last time I played this Funkadelic? Maybe not too long ago, but it's so good. I was like, well, I want to play it again.
Well, they were the house band at Musical Stardust and the Analogies.
Yeah. Did you take a picture?
No, but somebody else probably did.
Your aunt. Your aunt took a picture?
My aunt didn't.
Yeah, I think so. She did. Ask her. She remembers me. Downtown business.
Something to do with gypsies.
Man, what can you say about Time Out featuring the Dave Brubeck Quartet? Blue Rondo a la Turk, Take 5. I mean, it's got... We don't go too long here without playing this record, and I got a couple of copies. This is my best one. That's what we played earlier. Probably, that's arguably my favorite jazz album. It's up there. Kinda Blue would be one, probably. I don't know. But that's definitely way, way up there, and it just so happens I've got 2 copies. So, followed that up a little Meat Puppets. Man, we ain't jammed the old Meat Puppets in a while. We're big Meat Puppets fans here, and we've not played them a lot recently. This is an '89 release on SST, famed, well, look, Gary, I put out there front for you. But yeah, SST label, real famous, like grungy indie rock label. And man, '89, love this stuff. It's fantastic. Oh man, it's like we said, it's been a fantastic Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving's always a time to get together with your friends and family and do your thing, eat some food, and we're gonna do some of that here coming up a little bit. So I figured for tonight, I went through and did a little research, and found what would be, because I didn't get into the stores this week, okay? I didn't go to the record store, I didn't go digging. Instead, what I did was I researched my own collection and found, from what I thought and from my research, some of the better Thanksgiving-themed records. You know, Thanksgiving gets kind of a raw deal because you don't really have a Christmas song like you have Christmas songs like carols. You know, you don't have that kind of stuff for Thanksgiving. So I was like, oh, that's kind of a raw deal. And so I looked up some of the...
Thanksgiving is the best holiday.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorites.
It's my favorite.
It's probably my favorite.
Best one.
It's up top. It's an up top type holiday. So anyhow, what I did was I went through my collection and picked out what I thought was going to be the best Thanksgiving stuff, and we're going to play that moving forward here after the break. And we're going to feature that here on this week's edition of Dig of the Week. So the qualifications to get on the Dig of the Week, this is more like picks of the week, I mean, to be honest, because like I said, I didn't do any digging. But the qualifications to get on this list were not extremely stringent, okay? A lot of songs are going to have to do with giving thanks and thank you. Some are more overt than others. But we got some that did. And these actually came across on some lists I found on the internet. People talking about the best tracks to play for Thanksgiving holidays and whatnot. And some of them I was like, oh, I've got that. And some of them I was like, nah, that's stupid. And then other ones kind of hit home with me. I'm like, oh, okay, that could be a Thanksgiving song. I could see that, right? I could see that. So I want to start off with a little Sly and the Family Stone. And this is a greatest hits album that I picked up from somewhere. I think you may have given to me this, cameraman. And look at that guy on the back, man. He's doing big time stuff.
I like that hat. Yeah,
that's a dope hat. But we're talking about the song Thank You. And famous for Sly doing it. And so we'll play a little of that. I don't remember what kind of condition this is in. This is maybe a little rough. But we'll check it out. So we're playing Thank You. That's a thanks song. You know what I mean? You get the picture? You see where we're headed with this? Not exactly. It would be better if this track was directly turkey or maybe ham related. It's not. It's chicken. Okay? I guess some people eat chicken for Thanksgiving, right? somewhere, I'm sure people eat chicken. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with eating chicken for Thanksgiving. I got a Cibamato 7-inch. Know Your Chicken. We featured it on the program before. It's Know Your Chicken on one side, and the other side is beef jerky. And I really love that. Is this on Grand Royal? This may be on Grand Royal, and it may not. It is not on Grand Royal. It's on El Diablo. Really cool 7-inch. We're going to jam that a little later because it's out there kind of stuff, man. Really cool beats. If you've never heard Cibamato, these chicks be talking about food and stuff, man. That's pretty cool. I like a chick that talks about food, right? I don't need to put that one down there. Moving right along, it just surprised me that this song came up on the list, and I was like, well, wait a minute, is that from an album I have? And I looked it up, and sure enough, it sure is. We're talking about Massive Attack. This is their the Blue Lines EP. I think this is their first album. And so there's a song on here called Be Thankful for What You Got. And so that's very topical. That's topical humor. Be thankful for what you got on this Massive Attack. So we're going to jam that. We're going to hit just some of these single songs off.
Topical humor.
Yeah?
How typical.
Typical topical? So Brian Griffin died this week on Family Guy?
Yeah.
What is that about, folks? I don't know if I'm feeling that or not. I don't know. We'll see where they take the story. I've got confidence in the writers. You know what I mean? I'll let them do their thing. They get paid a lot of money to do this kind of stuff for a living. We'll see what happens with them. Let's keep it moving. Speaking of thank you songs, probably one of the best thank you songs ever. This is a best of Sam and Dave. I don't have the actual cover. It's just a white profile jacket, but it's got I Thank You on it. And can't go wrong with Sam and Dave. Joke has it, no matter how hard I try on iTunes, I can't find my favorite artist that does Soul Man and something else. With, I kept looking up Salmon Dave. Salmon Dave.
It's not ever going to work.
No.
No. 3, 2.
Start that from the beginning? Yeah. Okay. Hey, another one. And this was an interesting track, or an interesting little thing somebody wrote. They said in their family, they used to sit around and sing the, and this is kind of lame. Hey, you know, who am I to say? They sat around in a circle, sang Julie Andrews' version of My Favorite Things. So each kid in there would be like, put their own stuff in there about their own life. And then they'd move on, and it was like a
few of the things
that
I
was,
want you to get me for Christmas.
Yeah, so that was their little family tradition. And I was like, well, you know, I don't have the Julie Andrews edition. Yes, I do. I've got the Sound of Music up there.
Chili Andrews?
Julie.
No, you said Chili Andrews.
Chili Andrews would be cool too. But I tell you who I do have it by, and that's my man John Coltrane. This is the best of John Coltrane on Atlantic, 1970. And the first track is My Favorite Things.
Did you know he lived in this house between 1942 and 1943?
John Coltrane actually lived a good part of his young life
in this house?
About 3 or 4 miles from here.
This house?
3 or 4 miles from here. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Or put that in your needle and nut.
He might have hung out that's here.
He could have hung out over this way.
These were woods then.
Yeah. He really did. He really grew up just not too far from here. Okay. Hey, this song was also mentioned on the list on the internet, and I thought, hey, I've just so happened to have that record, and it's worth quite a bit of money if it was in better shape than what mine's in. We're talking about Dee Sharp. It's mashed potato time. Cam, let's hold that guy up a little closer. I've been doing a little good of a job for it, but you can hold that one up real quick. Look at that guy. Look, the little tab at the top includes the hit song Gravy. Man, and that's right up my alley, and I knew it from when I saw that little thing, and then I noticed this. This is worth like in better condition, upwards of like $100, man, or some kind of mess like that. They range from like 30 to 100. That's crazy. Mine would probably be more in the 30 area, seam splits and whatnot. But great record, man. Like 62, 63 on Cameo. I may have that year completely wrong, but yeah. Let's talk about that one. You know, Cameron picked up the the new, not a new, but 2011 Mike Doty LP. This is a double LP, not a single LP, that came out 2011, and it actually has a Thanksgiving-y song on it too. What was it called? The Holiday?
The song's called Holiday.
Holiday.
It's a duet with Roseanne Cash.
With Roseanne Cash. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. And it's funny, it's got parentheses. It's a parenthetical statement. Holiday, what do you want? Question marker. With Roseanne Cash. How about that? That's pretty cool. This record's pretty neat. Cameron actually picked it up at the show, which is really nice. They were selling the vinyl at the show. Nice gatefold. This is, like I said, the 2011 release. Snack Bar and Megaforce Records. Snack Bar, that's a cool name for a company that makes music for people to get from. Okay, got a couple more records to mention, and then we'll take a quick little break. Wouldn't be today without this one. I just picked this up like 2 weeks ago. Steely Dan, Katie Lod, the very first track on the album. If you would please hold that up to the back to the very first track. Let's see what the very first track on this album is called. It is called Black Friday. And that's what today is. Meh, meh. So we've got to play this, and that's a great track to play. You can't get that topical.
We didn't go to the mall and hold people up.
No, we weren't
had
supposed
a good
to.
idea. We should have went with it.
Yeah, we want to make a documentary about people doing Black Friday stuff. My eyes
So we were
burn
going to
real
go there
bad.
and wait in line for things that we weren't even going to buy.
Hit people with brooms.
By accident.
2 hours pushing broom, get you a 8x10 4-bedroom. Yeah. It would not be Thanksgiving without playing this track. Thousands of record stations, radio stations across the country actually pull this out of their stack to play on Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving only. It's an enormous 18-minute track from Arlo Guthrie. We're talking Alice's Restaurant. And the deal behind this, it's a whole side of this album. The whole deal behind that song is these two cats get arrested on Thanksgiving, and it kind of tells that story. A little storyteller type song. So we're gonna listen to some of that too, man. How topical can you get? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? In the meantime, here's what's gonna go down while we take this little break. Cameraman is taking some stuff. He's gonna heat up some stuff that we're working on for Chip Chat. It's a little serving suggestion about your holiday leftovers, your Thanksgiving leftovers. It's gonna blow your mind. It's a game freaking changer. Would you not agree?
Where did this idea come from?
I heard the commercial with that fat lady in it.
Yeah, but more importantly, didn't you kind of dream about this?
No, well, I think that's where I kind of dreamed it up after hearing that. It inspired me. Yeah. So anyhow,
So yes, you were dreaming about Thanksgiving leftovers.
serve
4 or
this.
5 days before
Sure.
Thanksgiving happened.
Oh yeah.
I'm with you.
Oh yeah.
Wait till you see what we got made out of leftovers.
Oh, it'll blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. So I'll tell you what. Stay tuned with us here on yeah. That was the dig of the week. That was the end of the dig of the week segment. So we had some great Thanksgiving-y stuff we're gonna play. Some Black Friday stuff, some Thanksgiving stuff. And so what you want to do is stay tuned with us here on Grown Man Record Night. We're going to take a little break, heat up some stuff in the oven. We're going to come back with a Thanksgiving edition of So to Speak and Chip Chat. Stay tuned here on your #1 internet place for music time, Grown Man Record Night. Okay. Welcome to Grown Men Record Night, and thanks for staying with us. We're going to go right into a fantastic edition of So to Speak. We're getting a little festive, we're getting a little fancy this evening, and that's what the holidays are all about. Festive and fancy. If it's two things that I know about, festive is one, and B is fancy. And so we're going to explore both those realms of soda this evening. Bossman hooked us up with a Sprite Cranberry. What better goes with Thanksgiving time mouth drinking than with
what order sentence to construct?
4. So we got a Sprite cranberry soda here, folks. I think we tried the diet one. I think we tried the diet one. Steve Fever brought over the diet version of this, I believe. But anyhow, we have the real Sprite cranberry edition, just in time for the holidays. I mean, get a good jump on the holidays with a little Sprite cranberry. It'll mix right in. You could make a nice spritzer or a punch. You could put it in your holiday punch. You put the stuff in the bowl and you usually use Sprite and fruit juice. Use the cranberry Sprite and fruit juice. Next level stuff. That's next level. Only if you're ready for it. If you're not ready for it, I mean, old dog sit up on the porch.
They do that.
Okay. Sprite cranberry. Very good. Cranberry can be an overwhelming flavor. Very bright, sharp, and tangy. You know what I mean? Tart. Unrelentless tart I would think would describe cranberry in general. Whew, I forgot to breathe. Jesus, what am I doing?
You gotta do that every certain number of seconds.
I'm gonna need a second. But no, this is it's Sprite, obviously, but just with a kiss of cranberry in it. I prefer that. Not too overwhelming. Pour you some in a glass if you want to take a pull off that. Yeah, okay. And we're going to go a little fancy this evening. A co-worker had recommended this particular drink.
I've had that
Yeah, okay. This is more than I've paid for this kind of thing before. Yeah. That's what we're going to talk. That's what we're going to talk about. It's carbonated. So a co-worker recommended the San Pellegrino sparkling mineral water, the blood orange flavor. Let's show off this packaging. We can't get around not showing this off, especially the little foil thing on the top. So this is a blood orange flavored San Pellegrino. And folks, I paid in a regular grosseteria, I paid $5.79 for a sixer of this shit. So this is a sometimes treat, maybe. I mean, it's a little up there. But I tell you, I've spaced it out that over a week. I've had like 2 or 3 of them because I, cherish them. 13.
One, but I had to pay you $4 for it.
Yeah, 13% orange juice and 3% blood orange juice from concentrate.
I'm kidding. He gave it to me.
Yeah. So let's. I'm gonna pull the foil off, which is cool. It's got the little mouth hole like a grapefruit juice can. Little bitty mouth hole, not the wide gap.
There's no rat droppings on the top of that because they have foil over it.
That's a great idea, and it's not got the big wide gulp Miller Lite hole in it.
So 2-gulp can.
Yeah, no, it's a little skinny guy. So here we go. And the ingredients: water, sugar, orange juice from concentrate, blood orange juice, carbon dioxide, black carrot, and paprika. Okay, I trust them. Okay, here we go. Folks, let me tell you. This is 16% juice, and it's actually a sparkling mineral water. It could be made an argument that this is a soda. If you put this in a soda category, I'm going to say this is probably the best soda I've ever had.
Yeah.
If this is eligible to be nominated, it's the best soda I've ever had.
Let's be honest with the audience now. You've consumed probably 2/3 of that can already.
Yeah, and I don't normally do that with this. I sip it a little bit.
That stuff.
It's so good.
You want to just go.
And it really does quench your thirst. It's got so much juice that it's like.
Sometimes you get thirsty and nothing will quite touch that thirst. Try something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, man, what better to introduce 2 great sodas like this in Thanksgiving? It's a special time, so that's a special soda. Can't do this shit all the time, I'm gonna fix budget, son. You know what I'm saying? That's it's a sometimes treat, and definitely holidays is one of those. Let's wrap up this edition of Soda Speak. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool Thanksgiving weekend edition of Soda Speak. We're gonna go right in from that, right into a chip chat that's gonna blow your flipping mind. This is just gonna blow your mind. So, folks, we like to keep it real here at Grown Man Record Night, especially when we're talking about our chip game, because you got to keep your chip game sharp. I emphasize that early on in our endeavor here, that when it comes to your chip game, man, you got to keep that shit sharp, son. And so we're going to put our money where our mouth is, literally, And the very first, if I recall correctly, the very first chip chat we did, the serving suggestion I talked about was holiday party related. So you're over at your grandma's house, everybody's brought food over. There's a container of potato salad, right? Everybody's got this left over from Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. So I've got some left over from Thanksgiving. I brought in my good friend, normally what I said in the serving suggestion, you take you some barbecue potato chips into potato salad, it'll change your world. So I was gonna go with the Ruffles, the big thick guys, the Ruffles Ultimate, and go with that spicy barbecue that they have. They were out of those. But I did pick up those Ruffles Ultimate in the loaded bacon and cheddar potato skins flavor. And that is phenomenal. So here's what you do, folks. It's easy. It's easy to remember. You get you some of these guys. That's a good, nice thick one. Take it right downtown. Hold that up for the camera. Let's go and do it for the camera. Let them see it. Get you a nice big hauncher of potato salad on your chip. Nice thick chip. Mmm. That is amazing. That's leftovers 101, folks.
That is so good.
We were even earlier adding a dash of Texas Pete or your favorite hot sauce to take it up to the next level. And that's just fantastic. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. But we'll just keep it moving right along. Had a chip given to us by the Bossman. We have tried these chips before. I believe Steve Fever hooked us up with some from the Late July Organic Company. We did a little thing about them. These folks, no, they're out of Massachusetts. But we did not do this flavor. This is a mild green mojo or mojo, which is green chilies with cheese and a hint of lime. That sounds fantastic. It looks like a pretty long ingredient list for something that's supposed to be all kind of greeny. Has that kind of organic.
Green takes a lot of ingredients.
Yeah.
And green takes a lot of ingredients.
That's terrible.
No, it's not. It's great.
Okay, these chips are a little green.
There's a lot of ingredients.
Hold those guys up and try one out. There, guy. No.
You said hold them up.
It's got a nice grainy texture to it. Tastes like some real things. You know, like you're eating real multi-grain type chip. Not overpowered with the seasoning.
It smells earthy.
It's earthy. It's different. I enjoy that. Like I said, it's a multi-grain snack chip with green chilies, with cheese, and a hint of lime. That's good time stuff. So cameraman, why don't you bring out the big gun for the evening. So here's what we're doing, folks. There's no better way to enjoy your holiday leftovers than with a good old-fashioned grown man record night recipe. Now what we've done is taken some ideas and some dreams, daymares. These are actually daymares, where I fall asleep while I'm standing up and then I start screaming. It's a daymare, but this one ended well because it turned into a recipe. So anyhow, long story short, we have taken our Thanksgiving leftovers here, and we're gonna have to hold those up.
We will. Don't touch it. It's real hot.
It's real hot.
Put some of that Texas Pete on there.
Okay.
Sprinkle some of that Texas Pete if you don't
What
mind.
the hell am I supposed to talk about while we're cooling off?
No, I mean, they're okay to eat, just don't touch the pan.
But we'll have to hold them up to tell everybody know what it is.
That's what the hot pad is for.
Okay, so tell us what we got going on. Speaking of multi-grain chip, this is the Untitled multi-grain chip that we've been raving about for the past few weeks.
If you hadn't tried them yet.
They're fantastic. Got a 2 for $5 at a local place.
I didn't know how much I like flaxseed.
Flaxseed, it tastes like sesame to me. So here's what we did. We took some of those chips and over top of them. Over top of these things.
Set that down.
We got shredded turkey. Yeah. We got some shredded ham. Yeah. We got macaroni and cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some dressing. Yep. We've got some gravy.
Yep.
Yep. And we got a shit ton of cheese to go with that.
And hot Pete sprinkles.
And we're getting ready to hit it off with a little Texas Pete. So that's right, folks. We made Thanksgiving leftover nachos, and this really did come to me in a dream. And I can't believe it's actually coming true right now.
It smells.
I've been thinking about this quite a bit. And so we're going to take a couple of hits of this and wind the show on down. But what a great Thanksgiving it's been. We appreciate everybody joining it with us here at the Black Friday. And I want to get a good one. Here we go. I'm getting a good one. That's got about everything you can offer on it. Wow.
It has nothing.
I can't even put this into words, folks. It's the best thing I've ever seen to do with your Thanksgiving leftovers.
My God.
This is crazy.
That tastes like the happiest day of the year.
It sure enough does. This is a crazy situation. I love having the macaroni and cheese on there. Homemade macaroni and cheese.
I can taste that dressing.
Gravy.
Oh yeah, it's all there.
And I was gonna add an onion and maybe some chives. I mean, you can do a lot of things that we didn't even do. But wow, that is fantastic. It's a wrap, folks. Let's bring it on down to that episode of Chip Chat. That's one of the best Chip Chat serving suggestions we've ever had on the show. And we'll revisit this shortly. I promise you that.
No, we're going to visit it right now as soon as we sign off.
Oh, bad
Sorry,
things.
folks, you're going to miss the best of it.
Yeah, bad things are getting ready to happen around my stomach area. This is going to go down in a major way. But thanks for joining us. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving and a Black Friday. Hope you've contributed to Capital Machine this weekend and did all the things you need to do for you and yours. And from all of us here at Grown Man Record Night, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week. Everybody have a great week and a greater tomorrow. And Thursday should be all right for you too. But Friday's gonna. If you come back Friday, that's when we'll. If you know the.
And you hear the angels singing.